A false prophet was kicked out of a church, seemingly in the middle of some sort of service. I'm going in blind on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Is this courtesy of our Discord, Zach?
No, I found this.
You found this.
I found this.
Shout out to Zach Sparazzo. Go ahead and run it.
Ministering. And then, is this the same brother? Is this the same brother?
Is he praying in tongues? Is that what he's doing?
So he opened with everybody getting people's attention. Then he started doing his tongues routine.
His tongues routine. Interesting.
You're not in the spirit, brother. Sit down.
Ha!
Is that the same one? Brother, listen. Hey, wait a minute. Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute, my brother. I want to remind you of something. Be quiet. I want to remind you of something. 4 years ago.
Hey, I like how everybody got up like that right around. This is the type of security we need in churches now.
Yeah.
Pastors to walk over. Look at the amount of dudes that just surrounded him. They look like the CIA.
They really do.
Come on, somebody.
Let's go. And I think he's right here. And then two other guys are ready. Close quarters.
4 years ago, on Saturday of the Holy Convocation, you got up.
That purple's fire.
And you started your false prophecy.
Oh!
Like you're doing now.
Pause it. I thought this was about tongues. I thought this was about 1 Corinthians chapter 14. How dare you speak in tongues out of order?
Mm-mm.
You know, clearly this isn't a moment of tongues. First of all, I don't think you should be speaking in tongues like this publicly to begin with. But even if I were to give the caveat that if you're in an environment where the pastor says we're all going to pray in the spirit and a handful of people start praying in tongues at the same time, which I'm personally uncomfortable with, but let's just provide that caveat. This is not that moment.
Yeah.
This is not the moment where we're slayed in the spirit and everybody's randomly speaking in their heavenly languages. This is not that moment, ladies and gentlemen. So I thought it was you're out of pocket because you're praying in tongues. No. He pulls the receipts. He says, you was here. Pull this back. 4 years ago with a false prophecy. Incredible recall.
4 years ago. 4 years ago. On Saturday of the Holy Convocation, you got up and you started your false prophecy like you're doing now. And I asked the presiding bishop, I said, when are you going to stop this man? He said, I'll stop him. And you said if we had the election, all 12 of us were going to drop dead.
Well,
what does that mean? If you have the election?
I don't know. But apparently he's talking about folks who are going to die, right? And so 4 years ago, no one died. Everyone's still there, right?
Let me tell you something. I checked the record 2 weeks ago. Oh!
Got the organ.
With the music. Hey man, listen. Let me tell you something right now. Some of y'all might.
They got the.
Yeah, let me tell you something right now. Listen, I like all types of church.
Yeah.
Right. I like the Armenian Oriental Orthodox. I love the Eastern Orthodox with the beautiful art. Me and Levi were in New York. We walked into a beautiful Episcopalian church right in Times Square. Amazing church. I like nightclub church. Like nightclub church can be a vibe too. You know, the skinny jeans and the Chelsea boots, right? But let me tell you something. There is nothing like a good black church service.
A good purple carpet.
Purple carpet, suits. If you've never been to a black church service, you do not know what you're missing. The organ music, the music in general. Yeah. Let's just be honest. Okay, black people got the best music.
And they'll put it on Spotify.
That's a verified fact. Okay.
It's just there for you that Sunday, and then it's gone the next day.
Yeah. After the incredible success of our Bless God prayer journal, many of you guys began to ask for something that had a planner. And so we combined our Bless God prayer journal with a brand new leadership planner that jam-packs the same things from our prayer journal with a planner, goal setting, leadership meeting, and notes. Within next pages, you can see different sections right along here of this leadership planner where you can start out with actionable goals, 12 months of calendar, our original prayer journal prompts, our leadership journal with the proven problem solution framework, and of course, just free write notes. This leadership planner is based off of Matthew 25:14 through 30, which of course is the parable of the talents. The vision of the planner is to help you make the most of your time, talent, and treasure. Head over to blessgod.shop and get yours today. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace. It's there's nothing like it. So the fact that this dude is calling out a false prophet in the organ.
Yeah.
Pull that back because we got.
I did, yeah.
Check the record 2 weeks ago.
Down. Come on, man.
This is the only quadrennium since 1968 that not one general board member has died. Come on. This is the only quadrennium. You are a false prophet, and security, take him out of here.
Like extra rough with him for no reason too, which is hilarious.
Yo.
This is who yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for finding that video.
He said, not only did you prophesy that all 12 of us would drop dead, this is the only
4-year window
in which no one died that was on the board. That's amazing.
So I don't know if there's a better way to handle a situation like that.
Everyone was on board.
Everyone was on board. Security was on
choir,
board.
Organist.
The band.
Yeah.
They had the timing. The lady was shouting them down from the side.
Yeah.
It was like that was like a moment. That was like
a movie scene a little bit.
That was a movie scene. That was like a it was almost like a testimony moment where someone would testify and they were excited. So listen, all props due to the black church because no one does it like the black church. Okay. Yeah, it's just a different. You've never been, have you?
No.
We got to go someday.
We got to do it part of our church tour series.
We got to do a church tour series.
Taking my white friends to a black church.
Oh my gosh. Bro.
That would be so fun.
There's nothing like it. The music, the musicians, the hospitality. Church services be a little long, if I'm honest with you.
That's fine. I mean,
it's like all day.
Orthodox. Is it longer than Orthodox church?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Orthodox. You can get in and out of an Orthodox church.
Really?
Yeah. Orthodox church.
What's another long one that we got?
Another, I mean, like if you go to like just a random like charismatic Pentecostal church, that's like not like a,
Is it long because of the structure or is it long because of the lack of structure?
No, there's structure. They got structure. But they just a lot. They'll have the announcements. They'll have the service. They'll have the sermon before the sermon. They'll have some dancers. They'll have
sermon before the sermon.
Spoken word poet. They'll have a sermon around the offering. They'll obviously then there's worship in the beginning. That might be spirit led. That might go a while. Then there'll be worship at the end. That might be then the kids band might come out. Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
These services. I mean, I'll say minimal 2 hours.
We have to.
It's the most non-structured structured service ever.
Wow, I'm in.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They're fire. They're fire. I had the opportunity. There's a church out in Oceanside, St. John's, that I had the opportunity to speak at, and it was amazing. And the dopest part about it, usually there's food afterwards, which is what that's like, soul food. But the best part about it is that they're excited to be there. They're excited to be there. They'll preach with you. They'll respond. There's a as a communicator.
And you had this when you were preaching?
Yeah. So the last church I kind of spoke at, like, again, was St. John in Oceanside. But I've been at a bunch of different churches that kind of have this vibe. And not all black churches are like monoliths like this. There's different types, obviously. Like if you go to a Pentecostal, it's going to be more,
of course,
more turnt. If you go into like a Baptist, they're going to be a little less turnt, but the energy is still there. It's nothing like it. So props to this bishop. This looks like it's from decades ago.
Yeah, this is
What a moment, huh?
Bishop G.E. Patterson.
Yeah.